regrets. It's FNAF, but we can only flirt. So I asked you guys in the last episode if we should do all the deaths or go straight to the all memories ending. This is what you had to say. Alright, so here we go. Our first one being Mike. I'm just going down from the list. It's not because I hate him or whatever. It said Mike first, then Jeremy, then Scott. We're just going to go down like that, guys, and see how they end here. I feel real bad, man. The clock continued to tick on the screen, your eyes unfocused as you tried to process what you need to do. You still didn't have a clue. As you sat in the night guard seat, you could only wait till Mike returned. Dang, Fox, he took a good chunk out of my arm. Ugh, what's the power at? Half panicked, you looked down at the small tablet that showed the cameras. A mere 15% shown on the screen. But how? 15? What? How'd the power get so low so quickly? It's only 2 a.m. Wait, hold up. Dang it, if that dang Fox thinks he's getting in here and getting you, he's got another thing coming. Wait, we run out of power? No worries, regrets. He'll get you over my dead body. What? I didn't think he'd die straight up in the office like this. You hear a sickening crunch in the dark. As something warm covers your fingers, you manage to make out something in the light. What the actual flip? Holy heck! Mike? Mike's body twitches involuntarily at your feet as the giant fox stares down at you. What in the world? Stuff the bite of 87. This is the bite of 2020 right now. And that is unrecoverable. His whole head's gone. Well, most of it. You're next. And we go down with him? But I didn't expect it to end like that. I thought we was at least going to go through that corridor, you know? But Foxy literally came through the office. Like, our power ran out and everything. And that's the thing. Our power ran out, but it wasn't Freddy. It was Foxy. That was mental. It's almost midnight. I should decide whom I'm going to let die. Oh, not Jeremy. Again, guys, as I said, if you've seen the previous episode, if you've been through this series with me and through the start to now, you're going to feel more about these characters, you know, like going into this blind, like ignoring what I said about not seeing those previous episodes. You're not going to get quite the feels because you're not going to understand the personalities of these characters and how they developed while spending the nights with them. Especially Jeremy here. This is going to be... Alright, here we go. And yeah, Jeremy's route. We was able to get him the antidepressants before, but of course this time we don't have such things. And now he's saying all this here. I think I got sick from yesterday. I don't feel very well. This isn't good. I'm no match for an angry amateur like this. You put your hand on his knee and give a reassuring smile, letting him know everything will be alright. It seems to ease his nerves because he soon after puts his hand on top of yours and rubs his thumb gently atop your head. Dang. Thanks for the reassurance, regrets. I'll get better. I promise. Then we can really hunt down the mystery of this place. His face is still sad, but there's a glimmer of hope behind his eyes, as he knows that he can do anything with you beside him. Squeezing your hand a little tighter, he looks down at his other hand and clutches it into a fist, and releasing it. He does this several times in complete silence. I feel like they're oddly quiet tonight. It's not like them. Do you think they know what we're plotting? Gosh, I sure hope not. You spend the rest of the night watching the monitors with Jeremy, making sure to keep his mind off of whatever worries are running through his head. Doesn't matter though, because we know what's inevitably gonna happen. No one's answered the security room. Did Jeremy lock it behind him and go to the bathroom or something? We're trying to get in, but we can't. Maybe you just can't hear your knocks. Holy moly, ... What was that? It sounded like it was coming from the kitchen. Right, so we're automatically going to the kitchen here. It's so hard to see. It's so dark. Flipping on the light switch.
No!
Oh!
No!
Oh! It's this DDLC all over again. You fell back in shock at what you saw. Jeremy hanging from the ceiling, his neck broken at an odd angle. You couldn't speak. Nothing would leave your throat. You could only cover your mouth as the urge to vomit rose in your mouth. At his feet was a small note that read, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Jeremy. No, our boy, our cinnamon roll, our wholesome bun. I can't believe that. I mean, these are gonna all be bad, but that's gonna probably be the worst one so far. Like, I know that was only our second one, but because it was Jeremy, and again, from what we know of him, and I really didn't like that one. Like, it was weird because Mike was even more like grotesque, really. But I don't know, it was so much more dark with Jeremy, you know? It was a lot darker, although, again, it wasn't as grotesque and it wasn't as bloody. Jeremy's, because, again, what we know of him and the meaning behind it all, it was so much darker, man, and it was our boy. Anyway, let's go with Scotty here. Hey! How are you doing? I just got a little banged out looking around for where that dang bear is hiding. Want to, help you out, you know? So I'm guessing here, he's not going to do his face reveal, and he's forever going to be the guy with a phone for a head, because we haven't really properly romanced it all up with him and got all his necessary items and whatnot. So yeah, I'm guessing he's just going to keep it on his head. Maybe he won't, I don't know. But unfortunately, I got caught up for a brief second. Look at the wound, which was swollen and red, splashed of blood staining his work shirt. Dang, I don't think we saw this, or did we? Tearing off a piece of your own work shirt, you began to make a makeshift pressure bandage to stop the bleeding. It was all you had to work with. Okay. We're using whatever we got here to help Scotty. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. There, dock your pay for ruining one of your shirts. I'm already gonna catch an earful for mine. You give him a look as if to shush him, and the other gave a frown as if upset that he calls you to have wasted a portion of your pay. I shouldn't be saying thank you, shouldn't I? I appreciate what you did for me, I really do. I just don't want you being stuck here with me. Not as if I don't want to see you. I just don't want you to spend your youth here. You give a smile as you finish up fixing his wound and standing up, telling him that tomorrow you could look for the Fred boy then. Right. Well, if you say so. I suppose I wouldn't be much help in this situation anyhow, would I? For now, let's just relax and watch the cameras. Maybe we can at least learn something tonight. Whoa, instantly! Huh? What? You woke up a start. Your head hurt. Had you been knocked out? What for? Standing up, you looked around the room for Scott. Did he knock us out in pursuit of looking for Freddy? You were supposed to figure out where the Freddy animatronic was. I think so. What was that? You decided to find out. Holy heck! He got stuffed in the animatronic suit? Is that Golden Freddy though, or is that regular Freddy? I can't actually tell. Holy heck! He got stuffed in. Absolutely stuffed in. Run! Please! Regrets, don't stay here! Your legs were frozen. You couldn't move, and soon you felt something sharp hit the back of your legs before you crumpled to the ground. Now we can stay and play together forever. Just us. You'll both be my parents from now on. Forever and ever. Ouch! So your ending fell a bit short. Holy heck! Scotty was a good guy in this as well, so I feel real bad about that. I mean, all so far I feel bad about each character, don't get me wrong. But I'm feeling like levels of bad of each one. Like, Jeremy so far is the worst, Scott probably second, and Mike last. Again, I feel bad for each character. I do, but there's like extra layers of feeling more so bad for each one. Like, Scott was a real good guy, you know, he worried about us. He was the basic parent of Barbie, and for that to happen to him, man, that is something else. There's an eerie noise throughout the hall, dead silent as you wonder what exactly is going on. The clock reads 2 AM and Vincent is nowhere to be found. Every time, like, they're nowhere to be found. I mean, apart from Mike, he was still in the office, but everyone else, they haven't been like partnering up with us as we've seen with the previous routes. We end up like actually going to the back room with everyone. But not this time. No, that's not the way it's going. What was that? You decide to check and see. What? Whoa! Okay, that's Golden Freddy. That's Golden Freddy. No, it's not. It's Spring Bonnie. Regrets. What are you doing here? It hurts. You tried to tug at the suit in an attempt to free him. I'm so sorry, Regrets, but I simply can't live without you, you know. It would be cruel to let you live on without me as well. Wait, he's dragging me in! Holy heck! I'm being spring-locked with him. No worries. It only hurt for a second. Rest, my dear. Sweet Regrets. Rest. You're mine forever now. He was getting spring-locked, but he dragged us in with him? Double spring-lock? Is that even possible? How can we both fit in that suit? Are we going to both be walking around 30 years later in a Freddy Frights attraction? I don't know. Maybe. Double the trouble for the security guard in that Fazbear Frights attraction 30 years later. Be sure to look for your clues around your favorite guard, blah, blah, blah. That was crazy! He was in a Spring Bonnie suit! Golden Bonnie, Spring Bonnie suit. What a mental end with Vincent there. Dragging us along with him. That is so insane, man. Double spring locked, as I kept saying. Alright, Fritzy. We're not going to be getting frisky this time, sadly. We did all that up with you before. Our best bud, our childhood friend, you know? Oh, it's going to be a terrible one as well. Okay, he's talking about Golden Freddy here. He teleports all over the place, and we rarely ever see the guy in the security room. It's usually more towards Fridays, so we may have to wait till tomorrow when his power is at its strongest, you know? You smile at Fritz as the man looks at you. A bit of his confidence seems to rub off on in his grin. You need a game plan for tomorrow, though. Question is, how do we go about it? There's got to be some way to catch the stupid bear. You don't have a clue, but again, you trust Fritz's opinion as he thinks. We just got to think about this like when we did in school. Remember running D&D campaigns and designing traps for the unlucky? Well, I think it's going to be similar, so let's get to work. I don't think it is, man. Oh, I don't think it is. He's actually in the room with us, though. Okay, that's a change. You can feel your ears ringing. You just walked into the pizzeria and your mind was spinning. But you had still managed to get to the security room with some form of difficulty. Why was it so hard? You couldn't tell. Hey there, Regrets. Oh man, my head hurts. It was odd for Fritz to have the same problem you were having. Maybe it was the air in the place. You were sure it had at least 4 different types of disgusting mold in its walls. I was searching for the golden boy himself, but I think I got a headache while I was waiting for you and what? Whoa! I can't. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't look away. We told you what would happen if you stayed. We told you what would happen if you helped them. Now, you're joining us now. You're playing the game to the end of time. Wait, what? I'm kind of confused what happened there. Did Golden Freddy, take over us or something? I think Golden Freddy was, taking control of us. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so they got headaches. They weren't feeling all too well at that specific moment. They struggled to get to the office because they were getting weary, they were getting weak, and yeah, the whole headache thing was settling in even stronger than ever. And then Golden Freddy appeared around Fritz, and his eyes were all staticky and fuzzed up. Again, maybe he was getting controlled, maybe we were getting controlled by Golden Freddy somehow, some way, and then they ended us there and then. Again, I'm not entirely sure. That's how I kind of grasped it there. But if you guys think otherwise, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Let me know. No, Chris, God, our hunk, our chunk. He was absolutely epic in his ending, in his route. It was like anime or something. It was wild. So, yeah, we're definitely not going to see all that craziness to be had here. And it's going to be, as this episode has been so far, very much sad times. Why am I doing this? Hey guys, Editor Marisu here, and Chris's route is actually bugged. Yep, we cannot pursue his bad ending, at least from all the various attempts I tried. Every time I went into his last and final night, the conversation with him would not happen, and for some reason, I was able to walk around, as you'll see now. Yeah, it's doing it again. I don't get it. It wouldn't let me progress to his death route. Why is that? That is very bizarre. And the weird thing is, guys, we might as well kill another bird while this glitch is happening, is that we can actually progress with Barbie at this point, which is really bizarre. So here's Barbie. And then, yeah, it activates Barbie's ending. So that's really weird. That's so strange. Yeah, there's some bugging up going on there. So we might as well progress with Barbies. I can still show you guys the image of what Chris's death route would look like. So we will do that. And dang! It's kind of what I thought would happen. So we meet that guy, and instead of being able to tase him up and, you know, kill him off, it looks like he gets his way of Chris and shoots him down. And then obviously we're completely defenseless there, and most likely we get shot down as well, because this dude don't want any witnesses. He don't want anyone going up to those police and, yeah, grassing him up and what the heck happens. So most likely we go out with him as well. Terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Seeing as Chris already had a bullet wound and just barely made and survived that one. That second one most likely did him in there, and like I said, we probably were done in just after as well. So yeah, although we in the first episode didn't quite manage to give Barbie the best ending, and we pretty much saw her bad ending, for the sake of this video and it being all about all their death endings, we're going to include Barbie's anyway, so we get to see hers for the second time. Double the guilt! Like, we rectified it in the last episode, the one previous to this one. We got our good ending. You know, she was a girl in the streets, but dang, was she something in the sheets. But now, yeah, that's being erased. And we're getting her terrible ending once again. Yep, there's a letter from Barbie. I'm sorry, I know I asked you for help, but I can't stand dragging you into this mess. It would break my heart if anything happened to you. So I've decided to do this alone. I don't need your assistance any longer, so please, just go home. Sincerely, Barbie. Our Barbie girl! Ain't no Barbie world no more! Again! Oh god, why? You see Barbie mangled in a mess on the floor, her eyes wide with terror. You feel a sharp pain in your back as you crumble to the floor. Looks like I've got more work to do. Who is this dude? Is that Vinny? Is it someone else? Because we know from Barbie's good ending that there is this other purple guy. So it may be that purple ghost that we saw in Barbie's good romance ending. Whoever that is, I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more about that in that secret ending with all the memories. I think we will. Okay, so you guys are probably thinking, Mercy, what are the balls? Are you still playing this here? Haven't you done all the death endings? Well, there's one more. One more character that you guys didn't know that could be killed off. Well, you probably did if you watched all the episodes. But yeah, for the sake of this video, our protagonist here, our girl, our regrets, is going to fall victim in the Pirate Cove because we see something glimmering and we're going to grab it, and we've got nothing prepared to grab it with, so bad times will be had. And there we go! Regrets. Game over. There we go, guys, all the death endings in Five Nights at Flirting. It's FNAF, but I can only flirt, but kill them all at the same time, apparently, according to this video anyway. So let me know your thoughts on the endings here. What was your favorite or whatever? Like, what was the best death ending there? I thought it was really cool with, like, Vincent and Scott, like, seeing them being stuffed into the suits. They were, like, real cool death endings. But in terms of, like, really tragic, sad ones, Jeremy was terrible, of course. Like, again, as I've already said, like, what we know of him and his depression, like, that was horrible. Again, it was DDLC all over again with, like, Sayori. You know, even Mike was terrible. Like, that was probably the most gory one yet. Like, his head was just purely, like, split open. That was something else. And that was our first one, too. So, to go into that and see that much, like, gore straight up was just insane. I mean, Chris, we didn't really technically get to see it properly in-game, but at least we were able to see it through his death-ending image, at least. That was obviously terrible. He's trying to save his friend there, and you know, he's on parole and he's trying to be a better person, and then that ends up happening to him. We weren't able to save him. That's terrible stuff. And yeah, Fritz, our old buddy, our old friend, our old pal. Like, we were getting possessed by Golden Freddy or something at the end there. Again, still very muffled about what the heck actually happened with that, but my guess is that, again, we got controlled or something. Anyway, that's it, guys, for 5 Nights at Flirting. All the death endings there. Our next episode, our most likely for now, is going to be the All Memories ending. So, buckle up for that, guys. You want to see it soon, you know what to do. I'm going to get out of here, though, as much regrets are filled in me right now. All those death endings I made all these guys go through. I'm a really bad person, and I really, really, really need to, like, rub off all my sins right now.